Welcome to JB Trio Podcast, Season 10, Episode 9. I'm Lee McDonald Jr.
Chris, the still banned Woodmancy.
Mark, the Ancient Warrior Merchant.
All right, and like Chris said, there's been no updates yet towards the ban. This is the Banned Saga Part 10. Usually in Part 10, you want to have like the biggest update of them all, but no, unfortunately, it's just a more continuation. Although there is an update, Chris will probably go over that in a second, just a minor update, and then we'll discuss. But first, why don't we just go right into our favorite segment, the fastest 3 minutes in bowling. And this is the position round, fastest 3 minutes. So this is a very important one, but we'll go in reverse order this time. So we're going to start on 31-32, our favorite pair. Well, our favorite pair is something else, but all right. Team 4, which is Mustache Ride, fought against Team 3, the Blind. And did the Blind team win again? No, they didn't. It was a bludgeoning, and it was only by 2 bowlers. It was Matthew and Brian, the only ones that showed up. They didn't have a sub today. Wasn't because of position. Their sub backed out the last second. So they ended up winning 40 out of 48. Brian bowled really good, shot 650 scratch. Matthew bowled good as well. I think he shot 600 scratch. So kudos to those guys. Almost won at a point. They had a few games that were off. All right, next pair, 29-30. Team 8, Almost Empty Nest against Team 6, Housequake. And Housequake with their new sub, Tracy Howell. Tracy had her first 100 sanction game. She bowled 115 off a 60 average, yeah. So she did really good for that second game. I kept hearing a whole bunch of cheers. She had her first 4, or I think it was maybe 5 spares in that game alone. So her practice is paying off. She's been practicing a lot, and she's getting ready for this. And so her average is just going to go up now. But they won. It also, Patrick bowled pretty good. Don't know what the hell that was. Let's just pretend we didn't hear that. That was Patrick bowling good, and they won 34 out of 48. So kudos to them. Next pair is 27-28. Team 7, Long Live Rock against Team 12, Pin High. And Team 7 did really good. Long Live Rock. Neil, as a matter of fact, was the star of the night. He bowled a 299 series, so kudos to Neil. We went live for the first time in God knows how long, so we tried to get Neil on the podcast for the 299 game. That's probably why he didn't shoot the 300, because the podcast curse is still active and well. It's definitely cursed a ton of bowlers out there, maybe even including Chris. But we'll try to get that audio infused into this episode somewhere, either maybe at the beginning or the end. You know, if you heard it at the beginning, good. Probably going to be at the end, though. So he shot 299, 760. So good job, Neil. Your team won 35 out of 48. And it wasn't that the other team bowled bad. Pin High actually had a good night. Gino bowled pretty good. I think he had a 200 game. Craig had a series over his average. And Tina Clay had 2 100 games. She only normally averages 80, but she had 2 games over 100 each. So they bowled good. They just didn't bowl as good as Neil did.
I'm going to say Neil's last ball, he did throw a 9, but man, it was one of those like 7-drop Woodmansies, and then a couple pins fell at the end.
That sure was. It looked like it's about to be 295 for a minute there.
It looked like about a 6 or a 7, and then he got a little bit.
It did. He did it in honor of Chris. So there's a video out there that you'll see probably posted either tonight or tomorrow on YouTube or on Facebook. And we'll show Neil's 299 that he did in honor of Chris. So we'll have that posted tonight.
Great.
Sent it to Chris that first night, so he got to see it firsthand. All right.
I will say everything before that last shot was real solid.
Oh, yeah. That was one of the best 299s I've ever seen. It was really good. All right. So next pair, 25-26. Got team number 2, Mark's team. We got balls against Team 5 Sisters. And this is a very appropriate name for that team, Sisters, not just because they're feminists, but the appropriateness is that it was a kiss your sister type night. It actually went 24 out of 48, 24 and 24. Kissed your sister that night. That was Chris Saunders and Eric and Tina against Mark, Kyle, and Ron. Who was it that bowled good on that pair, Mark?
Oh, shit, I don't know.
That's how good it was.
All I know is I lost total by like 2 pins, and Ron lost his total by like 6.
Jeez.
Things were really close.
Yeah, they looked like it. Saunders gave you guys a run for his money, and he did pretty good. Eric did pretty good, but overall, everybody just kind of bowled the same. Thus, 24 out of 24.
Yeah, really.
All right, next pair, 23 and 24. We're getting close to the top. This is the third place team against the fourth place team. Camilla's team here for the beer. And yes, she did bowl. I know it's almost like where's Camilla each week, but it's Camilla bowled, and I don't know if she maybe wished that she would have not bowled this week and then shown up last week, because who she bowled against? Team number 11, which is Three Fingers Deep, George, and normally Rick Connor, but he was missing. They brought in Blake that night, and Andre. All of them shot over 600, and so they shot 1,900 scratch, which is about 210 a man. They killed them. They killed Camilla's team. They just unfortunately could not keep up. It was a 40 to 48 outcome. They crushed them and are moving on up. So unfortunately, Camilla's team took a big hit when they really didn't need it. And then Camilla was there for it, unfortunately. What? Is she there?
It's like you're dragging this segment on. It's like you're dragging this team.
Oh, darn. I hate to do that. I knew she was there.
Oh, you hear this? You hear this?
What'd she say?
Camilla has something to say. Go ahead.
I said all I cared about was Andre said that he was actually pretty intimidated to play against me. He said he would have rather bowled against Jose than myself.
You are intimidating. You have a way about you that just kicks the shit out of the men that is like no other. And Chris will probably tell you better than I can.
Sounds like you were just trying to be a gentleman.
Maybe part of that too. Like, don't kick us out of your house during poker night, please. Because I know there are a bunch of times.
No, I just tell you.
When they see you in your pajamas, that means it's time to go.
She never wears her pajamas. She never wears her pajamas.
Right, baby.
Well, there was
Am I
one
wrong?
time. There was one time.
Only one time.
Baby, that's one time too many.
Yeah, you got a possessive husband there. He's like very.
No, not possessive. Like, it's like, can you say the statement louder?
Hey,
That's what she basically.
Hey, who wants to come see Camilla in her pajamas? Yes.
No way.
No. It's like when she walked down the garage with her pajamas and she just stood there without saying a word. Everyone knows that, oh, it's time to go.
Yeah, especially
Like-
Gabe.
Yeah. It's like, baby, come on, just sit. It's like, don't do that.
Now, I must admit, Camilla's usually got a smile on her face like 90% of the time. That time was like no smile. Foot was stomping on the ground. Arms were crossed. And we were all just like, oh, damn, I'm glad I'm not Chris.
I don't know.
Dead silence.
I don't remember that.
But yeah, it was, and we promised to be good, Camilla, just as long as you win at bowling. But it's always next week. We got 9 more weeks to go, so last week was just a fluke. I know Thursday wasn't that good either. That those 3 10-pins and the 7-pin. Or was it 2 10-pins? I can't remember. Anywho, so moving on, get away from this awkwardness. The top 2 teams happen to involve my team miraculously. 21 and 22. Team number 1, Hawk to a Wap, which we all know what that means, against team number 9, the Ball Founders, which I don't know what's going on with this team. They were the best team in the league at one point. I even bet on them to win, even against my team. But my team ended up taking 46 out of 48 against them. I think it's safe to say now that the Ball Founders have been dethroned. They are no longer considered the best team in the league. They've been in a big slump for the last month. So this would be about the third or fourth week in a row that they have lost. So I'm sad to say, Ball Fawn, y'all better break out of that slump quick.
Do you guys want to pay me the $20 now? Or,
Can we go double or nothing and say,
I'm going to tell you, that was brutal.
oh, man, I felt bad for those guys.
What place are they in, officially?
Well, we're about to find out, but they were in second when we bowled them. I'm not sure where they're at now, but we're about to find out. But my team was already ahead of them by like 10 or 15. We're probably a good 40 or 50 ahead of them now.
We got balls ahead of him.
Well, hey,
Is it? Are they really?
Lee,
Wow. All right.
Lee, if you're in first place, let's go ahead and lose a couple of weeks. Let them go back in first, and then we'll get $20 from Mark.
They're
It's almost impossible
now.
Yeah, so Hawk to a WAP, we all know what that means, is in first place at 324. Second place is a whopping 54 points behind, and that team that's in second is now 3 fingers deep. So Andre and George and Rick are now in second. We got balls. What's that?
Who's in first?
My team, Hawk to a WAP, which we all know what that means.
Oh.
And we got balls jumped up to third place. They're at 247, despite the Kissed Your Sister performance. Here for the beer, Camilla's team got knocked all the way down to fourth place, and they're at 243. Ball Fondlers even knocked down lower than them. They're at 242 in fifth place. So they were in first, cruising along for like 6 weeks in a row. Now they're in fifth, so they're taking a beating. Right below them is Long Live Rock in sixth. They're at 226. Sisters climbing up. They're above 500 now. They're at 219 in seventh place. Pin High got knocked down a bit. They're at 204. They're an eighth. Almost Empty Nester had a good week. They are at 176. Housequake, 169. They're in 10th. And then 11th place or last place, Mustache Ride, soon to climb out of it. They've had 3 weeks in a row that they've done really good. They're at 160. So they're only 9 points below the team right above them. All right, there's your fastest 3 minutes. Quite an interesting position round. That is the last position round before the final one, which is position round number 4, which happens in May. That's the end of the league. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, is it just that Ball Fondlers knew that they won the first half and have secured their spot in the championship and just decided to put it on cruise control, or was it that their averages caught up with them finally? I mean, what do you guys think?
I think averages caught up, and the fact that they already won the first half and they already sealed it.
Yeah, I agree. It's odd. It's an odd thing. Mark, what do you think?
I think the averages caught up to him. Definitely.
Yeah, sounds like it. Sounds like your dog's catching up to his average, too.
No, I had to get them out of there. Yeah. I think their averages caught up to them a little bit, and then, they were bowling.
Oh, did the dog chew away the internet cable?
That happened.
Mark, you still there? We lost you.
Yeah.
Oh, Mark, are you back?
I was going to say, they bowled the second biggest sandbagging team this past week. So,
they were the first, so we're the second. Okay, I see.
No, I think you guys took that honor over.
We did. We have 2 bowlers in the biggest, most improved segment, or as you call it, the sandbagging segment.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it is.
But I tell you, though, Mr. David Pride has been very interesting because last month or so, I don't think he's had a series under 600. I mean, he's been bowling really good.
No, I agree with that. And I think what helped you guys last week was he was able to bounce on the lane on the right-hand side because nobody was bowling there. So he was able to skip right into the lane next to him without any problems. So he bowled well.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's got that large hop that he does so well, though.
Yeah, and you guys get lucky. There was nobody to the right of you, so he could skip 2 lanes. He was doing his hopscotch game.
Well, he has been bowling lights out, and he's mainly the reason why we've been winning every week. He's been beating the crap out of the leadoff bowlers, and he's been bowling really well, so we're happy to have him back. He was out a whole year last year. Now he's back, so we're happy to have him. Hopefully he'll be able to travel with us. Well, and what I was going to say is travel with us to a new center because going into this week, this would be Banned, and we're going to talk about the Banned Saga. This will be Banned Saga number 10.
I will say, Lee, he lives closer to the center up there in Denton than he does in Louisville.
Yeah, a lot of us do. And
I live right behind the bowling alley.
yeah, he does. That's what I tell everybody. If they want to go to Chris's house for poker or whatnot, I say, well, you know where Bolero is? Yeah, he lives right next door. He's basically the neighbor, but he's got to drive up to AMF to bowl. But what I was going to say is that if we decided to move centers, there is a chance, and this is not set in stone, JB Trio Bowler. So anybody listening to the podcast, again, this is just ideas that everybody's been passing around, is that we're thinking of moving the league. A lot of the people and a lot of the bowlers have communicated with me their unhappiness at the current AMF that they are at. And I don't want to lose anybody, so we're proposing an idea of moving the league possibly to Plano. That way we can get Mr. Chris Woodmansey, our president, back in the bowling. That is that is a center that is not on the list of Lucky Strike that would consider moving to, because that way Chris can bowl again. We're in early stages of coming up to the summer league once this league ends, and then the fall league, of course, next year. We are considering now if Mr. Tim Dooley would make it so that if he reopened the case, or maybe for himself, if he reopened the idea of proposed talks with Chris or a representative of Chris, in case if Chris is still, because I remember a few episodes ago, Chris said something about maybe getting representation, that if Mr. Tim Dooley decides to reopen the case and maybe reconsider his indefinite ban, maybe if he wants to make it either just a ban at AMF Louisville where Christina works, or maybe making it so that he's just not allowed on Friday nights. Anything that's different from right now, which again we think is very unfair. We know he got his side of the story heard, but to be left with that answer, it's almost like we got really no answer.
You got to find out, like, you need to get documentation on what actually was said. And then I know Chris is willing to do 80 hours community service, and that would include cleaning the bathrooms at any of the
AMF? Fuck that. No.
He'd be willing to do that. So Tim Dooley, if you're listening,
no.
Chris, and he'll even do it with a toothbrush if need.
Take my bowling balls. Take my shoes. Never.
Oh, come on,
Community service.
it would only take maybe a couple hours. If that was an offer on the table, you wouldn't take it?
80 hours of community service. Chris, you could do it.
No.
What happens if he said that you and your wife can do it together?
No. Never.
I think your wife would help clean a bathroom for you. She'd clean the ladies' room.
No, I would not let her do that. I would never let her do that. Never.
I like how you put that. You never let her do that.
What?
Community service, not a bad idea.
I like it. I like it.
Yeah. You could sweep the parking lot, kind of clean the toilets.
Sweep the parking lot as he's selling the bowling equipment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, there is a minor update, like we promised. Chris, why don't you tell them about your conversation that you had with friend of the JB Trio, the FOJB, friend of JB
Yes.
Trio.
So I reached out to Jared, and I'm like, hey, long time no see.
Jared Gallegos, who's one of the directors of USBC. We call him director, but we don't really know his official title. But to us, he's the director, like vice president, VP in charge.
Yeah, poor guy's going to be canned now.
Oh my god!
We've been saying
Didn't he just get the job? Didn't he just get the job like a year ago or 6 months ago?
It seems like that, but no, he's been there for a few years now, I think.
Okay.
We've just been giving him guff ever since he started. It's like his associate.
I told him.
With us, we'll probably get him.
And I promised him we wouldn't mention his name on the podcast for fear that he'd get fired.
He might. He's probably going to file a paternity to get our episodes re-edited to get his name off.
Right.
Chris, you had a conversation. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're good. Yeah, I just texted him a long time. How you been? He like, yeah, I heard about your situation when I was at bowling a couple weeks ago, and I'm like, yeah, I'm still trying to fight it. And I was wondering, hey, do you know anything about the USB-C having anything to do with my situation? And then he said, let me see it. Let me get the correct wording. He said,
I thought you were
he said,
quote.
yeah. When it comes to the centers banning bowlers, this is between the centers and bowlers. But if they haven't filed a formal complaint with the USB-C ruling department and you haven't been notified of this complaint or suspension from the USB-C, you can still be a member and bowl in centers that you are allowed in.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we were talking about offering the league to move to Plano and things of that sort. Any center that's not necessarily Lucky Strike facility. Plano Super Bowl is one. I think there's a bowling alley out in Frisco. I want to say, is it the Forum that's out there? I think, I'm not sure. Lake City's Bowl, which is in the Colony. They're all pretty far places. So we're hoping that if there are negotiations or talks with some of the general managers that are at these places that are interested in having new leagues come in, we're hoping that at least maybe Tim Dooley will give us more options if that comes about, which again, we hate that this whole thing is happening. We'd much rather just see that, Chris be allowed back at our home place, which is AMF, the place where we've been bowling for decades. I've been at that place since 1998, 3Y2K years. And
Yeah. And I was in the daycare.
Yeah, you were at the daycare. You were, what,
Yeah,
5 years old, 6 years old there?
Maybe Chris's first offense was way back when he was in the nursery there. Maybe.
That's why he should serve the community service. All the dirty
maybe
diapers he left in there.
Maybe he shit his pants. Shit his pants. Made some.
No, maybe Jennifer wrote the complaint. What if your wife?
Yeah, he made my wife clean it. Oh my God! See now
Yeah, that's probably when
it's personal.
that was probably when he had his first offense. His first offense. He probably flashed another 4-year-old.
You're funny. Y'all are funny. Y'all are good.
And
why didn't you come on this podcast?
I don't know. Why do you come on the podcast? But anywho, so that's where we're at with the Banned Saga. So Chris shouted out to our buddy Jared and gave his advice. And again, Jared, who's one of the directors out there, we appreciate you. He says he's probably going to come back and sub. He loves the camaraderie of the JV Trios League, and we certainly love having him. And we were happy to see him a few weeks ago, and hopefully he'll be back soon. All right, so moving on, next order of business, we've got the big bracket that we're finally getting lower and lower in. We have 16 bowlers, so we have 8 matches that just happened this past week. The first bracket was a huge upset. Brian Brimmerman, who is currently sitting at 16th place, last place, bowled against Bryson Looper, who is currently sitting 7th. And Brian, if you remember earlier, I said he shot 650 scratch. He had a 725 with his handicap. He gets 25 pins a game. And so he shot 725. He bowled against Bryson, who only shot 693. So Brian Brimmerman moves on to the final 4. So kudos to Brian. So hope he is listening. And I think this is his second final 4, if I remember right. So hopefully Brian will be able to advance. He is currently the lowest seeded person. He's got the biggest upset, probably the biggest odds of not winning. So he's definitely doubting everybody wrong. So next bracket, we've got David Pride. Like I said, he's been bowling lights out. He shot even better than Brian. With his handicap, he shot 751. He's currently ranked 11th. Bowled against Jose Beltre, Camilla's teammate. Jose bowled good. He's just not getting a lot of handicap. And so he only shot 664. He got beat by almost 100 pins. That's 87 pins that he got beat by. So he's currently ranked 4th, but yet he was not a match for David that night. And David moves on. It's the left side of the bracket. So he'll be facing Brian Brimmerman in the Final Four match on his side of the bracket. So rank 16 Brian against rank 11 David Pride. That's my guy that I'm picking to win the whole thing. I'm still in it. We're going to talk about that here in a minute.
Yeah, I was wondering who's on.
We're about to find out. On the east side of the bracket, we've got Mr. George Martinez, who is ranked 14, going against Chris Saunders, who is ranked 12. George with his handicap shot, 699. Chris in a good match, but not quite good enough. Only shot 655 that night. I'll tell you, he didn't make it. So Chris's guy is out. George Martinez advances. So George the Animal is proving his nickname. He advances to the Final Four. I think this is like his third or fourth Final Four. Yeah, I think he may have been in all four Final Four brackets.
Wait. Did I choose Chris to win it?
No, I think you chose Gil.
Yeah, I chose Gil.
Okay, never mind. I thought you chose Chris.
Yeah, I didn't choose Chris or Georgie. No, I chose Gil.
Yeah. Mark, do you remember who you picked?
He picked up Jose.
Yeah, I do. I took Jose. Yeah.
I wanted to choose.
So
I wanted Jose.
I'll let Chris have Jose. I'll take.
No, it's too late now. You're chosen.
Well, Mark, he'll be able to come back in a second, but all right, the last bracket. Rick Connor, who was not there, had his sub Blake Boggs bowl for him. Rick is currently ranked 9th, and he was facing Joe Bear, who is ranked 2nd, and he is now currently the likeliest to win the bracket. And he has advanced. He shot 684 to Blake Boggs 623.
Yeah.
So Joe Bear Peterson, that's Chris's boy. He advances to the Final Four. He will be facing George Martinez in next week's bracket. So one of us has been eliminated. Sounds like Mark, who chose Jose, has been eliminated. And so me and Chris are still in it.
That's $10 right there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Mark, now that you're out, unfortunately, the $10, you're going to be paying 10 to me or Chris. That kind of softens the blow, or at least for me and Chris, who picked ball fondlers to win the whole league. So, and in the end, it is probably going to be us paying you $10 because of the of the bracket.
Well, remember, both you guys could be knocked out this week.
Oh, we could. That's another good point. Maybe the whole $10 would be nullified. I know my guy David Pride, who's ranked 11. He's actually favored against Brian Brimmerman, who's ranked last. So that'll be an interesting match. And then number 2 bowler ranks Jill Bear against George. If you had to pick somebody, Mark, about either Brian overcoming David or Jill Bear overcoming George, who do you think, if you had to pick one of those guys to be your new representation, who would you pick?
Well, I'll tell you, the George and Jill Bear match, I've seen that happen before in this thing, or it might have been one of the Coke bottle things, but both those two guys had faced each other.
It was a Coke bottle.
Yeah, and it was really close and really tight.
Why does it sound very the Coke bottle thing?
Yeah, so I ain't gonna touch that side. But when it comes to David and Brian, there's one thing that's going to destroy David this week. One thing that's going to destroy him this week is he happens to be bowling against a team that has somebody on that lane, if they show up, is going to get in his head.
I think are you talking about David, right? My guy?
David, yes. This week,
we're both going to be team this week. Oh, no. I just put 2 and 2 together.
Yes.
He's going against my wife.
We're going against Camilla, yes.
Yeah, so David's finished.
Camilla, you better not do anything to David.
David is finished, and Chris, you could be the only guy still alive after this week.
Oh, damn it. Chris, don't make her do anything.
You got to make her come down with something really provocative looking.
No, Camilla. I'm home in a trash bag.
Yeah.
A grocery bag.
I don't want my wife
really provocative.
Come bowl in a nun's uniform, or don't even talk to David. Just ignore him.
Actually, airline stewardess uniform would really work well for David.
Or what was that? What was that outfit she wore for the festival?
Oh my god.
She knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Her Renaissance outfit.
Yeah, what was that?
Well, look at anything low cut David's done.
Oh my god. Camilla would never. She would never. But if she did, we'd have to take pictures. That would be hilarious if that happened.
No.
If she came in that festival outfit, that'd be funny as hell.
She would never.
David would be done. He would bowl like a 350 series. But it would be one of the funniest jokes ever. But yeah, you got a good point, Mark. So if David has any crutch, it's for the lovely ladies. And so he could be done. So you may want to pick Brian in that case. But George against Gilbert, you would be facing Chris if you pick George.
Yeah, no, I gotta say, I will take Brian.
You are taking Brian?
Yeah, if I had to take somebody, it's gonna be Brian.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. If it were me, I'd probably pick George. George has been on a roll. He's been bowling really good as of late. How did he bowl Thursday? Did you see him Thursday?
No, I didn't. I didn't go down there Thursday, so I'm not quite sure how he did.
Oh, you were gone? What happened?
No, I mean, I bowled down there as a sub.
I got you.
Yeah, so I had something. They didn't need me, and I had something to do, so I didn't get down.
You were there Thursday?
No, I wasn't.
You were there Thursday?
Not me.
Oh, Camilla's up this Thursday.
Well, she did? Yeah. I wasn't there.
Oh, okay. They traded Mark for Camilla. Oh, okay. I see. She told me that she missed like a few 10 pins in the 7 pin.
Did you see George there?
Yeah, George bowls on the team there, so he would have been there.
She said it was like too many people to like find people.
Yeah, that Thursday league's really crowded. 5 on a team, and
everybody came up to me. People I hadn't seen in forever.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, did anybody have to bring up anybody have to bring up a certain incident at the bar on Thursday?
Yeah. Apparently Christina works Thursday.
Yeah, she does.
I didn't know that.
Any interesting predicaments happen Thursday?
She said, "What's up, bitch?"
No, I did not.
No, didn't you tell her to meet you out in the parking lot afterwards?
No, I just kept to myself, even though she came around our table serving the team that I was bowling with drinks.
Oh, jeez. That had to be awkward. I'm sorry you have to go through that crap. Well, hopefully either Tim Dooley will make the right decision or maybe we'll not ask to be bowling there much longer, but we'll see. Chris, you drove this past Saturday night. It was after our poker league had ended. We finally got our final table, and I sucked. You sucked too. But you drove out to the ranch. How was the drive? It was pretty dangerous, wasn't it?
Yeah, I did.
So took care of some business out there, and everything went okay. He drove and made it back. That's good. Okay.
I made it back around 11 or 12:30 or 11:30, and then I had to take my son to football practice.
Oh my gosh! So you had to drive 2 hours out there and then drive back in the AM.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, I didn't know that. Damn.
So for being a father.
Yeah, it was kind of a weird night. It's like storm. It was raining cats and dogs, like right from 11 o'clock at night till I'd say about 1 o'clock, and then after that, it was nothing. There was not a drop.
Nothing, yeah, it was all empty where I was in Kaufman. So
yeah, it was weird. Well, just wanted to make sure everything went through good. All right, well, just going on to the next segment then. So here we go with another segment of Shit Your Pants.
Yeah, shit your pants. Here we go with Chris's last segment of Beat Mark's Picks.
damn, Chris.
Oh, what happened?
What? Why is it my last?
No, I figure this is going to be your last segment.
Why is it my last segment?
I don't know. You've been getting beat up on this podcast about a dirty diaper and all this other shit.
I'm still a winner.
You were tied for the lead this week.
No.
Nice.
Chris went 5 wins, 1 loss.
Yeah, suck it.
And Then myself went 5
Yes,
wins.
Lee lost. Yes.
Oh, what the hell?
Low guy this week. Lee, you were 4 wins, 2 losses.
Oh, I'll take
So me and
that.
Lee
I
are
was
tied.
hoping you were
So
going
now,
to say 2 or 4.
Chris, you're 1 back of Lee. Lee is 37 wins, 17 losses. Chris, you're 36 wins, 18 losses.
Damn it.
And I'm 3 out at 34 wins and 20 losses.
Hanging back, though. It ain't over.
Yeah, it ain't over.
what was
9
the
weeks,
team-
as you said, right? The 9 weeks left, right?
What was the team that did me in that lost that point?
You took Pin High. No, you went against Pin High, and they actually won, right? Team 12.
No,
That
Team
was-
12 lost.
Who did Team 12 play? Because
Long Live Rock, and they lost.
oh yeah, okay.
Let's see.
I know we both.
He picked Camilla's team.
Oh, Camilla,
Yeah,
you set me up.
Yeah,
Camilla.
there was one, but I'm sorry. I think it was you bet against. That's right. You bet against. You took Camilla's team, and you also bet against Housequake.
That's what did it.
That's what it was.
It was
Housequake.
Yeah, they bowled almost empty nest, and
Yes. And I was the only one that took almost empty nest.
damn it. Okay.
So, Chris, that was your loss. Almost empty
Yeah,
nest.
I figured. I didn't roll from my wife's team.
Wow. Well, so that was position round week. So now we're on to the first week after. First team, first victims, Housequake against Long Live Rock. What's the spread here?
87 pins.
Now, I'm still not sure about the Ensline situation. I think he might still be out. So I think it's going to be Tracy again.
Okay, so if it's Tracy, that's going to add quite a bit. It's going to add 81 pins to that. So it'll be like 168.
Oh my God! Wow, that's their highest average on their team. Is the spread? So Tracy, what did her average move up to? Where is she?
She's 68. 68.
I don't even have her on the lineup. I don't think, or do I?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, there she is. I see her now. She's averaging
68.
68. Yeah. So she was at 60, I think, last week. So
yeah, 60. I thought maybe 66. I could be wrong, but in the 60s, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Since I guess I'm in first still, I got to go first. So
I won.
this is not as easy as it looks, but I'm gonna go with Long Live Rock.
See, I'm torn here because if Tracy does bowl, I kind of like them to win. But if Ensline bowls, I like Long Live Rock.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't think he's coming back. I would wager that it's about a 10% chance of him coming back.
I got Long Live Rock, so.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to stick with Long Live Rock myself.
Safe pick for Mark.
Yeah, I'm playing it safe.
That's probably the best, though. All right, and crap, my tablet just died on me, so I might have to switch to my phone here.
Okay.
Let me see if I can.
It's Team 11, Three Fingers Deep, versus Team 4, Mustache Ride.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Mustache Ride, who's been in the big slump, against Team 11, and I'm pretty sure Rick's not there again.
Three Fingers Deep.
Yeah, I think he said he's taking 2 weeks off, so more than likely it's going to be the Blake show again. What would the spread be with Blake in there?
Okay, so with Blake in there, you'd add 30 more pins to what I had, which is 49 pins they got to give up total.
Wow, that's a lot for Brian's team. And he just got off a good week, too. And I think him and Matthew are finally out of their slump. But Three Fingers Deep, when they all shoot 600 and they all shoot 1900 scratch, that's tough to beat. I'm going to have to go with Three Fingers Deep.
Yeah, I'm going to take Three Fingers Deep myself.
Oh,
Yeah, Three Fingers.
Wow, another unanimous pick. You guys are playing it safe. All right. I got my tablet back. Let me open the league standings again here. All right. So next is going to be, come on. And it's going to be Team 8, Almost Empty Nest against Mark's team, we got balls. What's the spread here?
A ridiculous 205 pins.
Oh my God! Wow.
205 pins.
I think that might be one of the biggest spreads we've had this season. That's a 200 bowler on their teams. Like here, 3 against 4, and there's a 200 bowler. All right. Again, I hate going first, but I'm just going to go safe and say analytics that Mark's team's higher in the standings. So I'm going to go with Mark's team.
I mean, they're also higher on age too, but
Are they though? Are they?
yeah,
Against almost empty nest?
yeah. Mark's like 88 years old.
I don't know. I think that might be the one team that might have them out-aged.
Yeah, I got Mark's team easy. I got Ron's team.
Oh,
Yeah, you already locked it in with Mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 205 is a ton.
Bowl last week, Mark?
What's that?
How'd your team bowl last week?
I would say probably average. We didn't really bowl the greatest. I will take our team, but it won't be easy giving up 205 pins. That's for sure.
It'd be like a kiss your sister night.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like you did last week.
Yeah.
You guys bowled good, and they bowled good. It's just you guys bowled the same. All right, so next pair is Team 9. They used to be best team in the league against Team 3, the Blind. Now, they've got to beat the Blind, right? They've just got to beat the Blind. And the Blind, there's no spread. So I'm picking the Ball Founders.
You know, they might be bagging it for the championship. You never know, Lee.
They need to. I know they definitely need the handicap.
Yeah, but I'll take the Bond Fondlers as well.
Chris?
Holy shit! Yeah, me too.
Wow. So far, 4 picks, all unanimous. So, going to come down to these last 2, which we might be mixed. This next pair, my team, Hawk to a Whap, and we all know what that means, against Team 10, here for the beer, Camilla's team. I have to pick my team only because we've been bowling good, especially David, although he is bowling Camilla.
Now, here's what I suggest if Camilla's listening. Here for the beer can change their lineup. So even though she bowls in that second slot, she could put herself first against David, and that will do him in.
She'll say, I want to bowl you, David.
Yeah, that will do him in.
He'll be melting in her arms.
Yeah, so I'm going to take, this is the easiest pick for me, here for the beer.
Wow. Okay. So it's guaranteed that this is not unanimous. What's the spread real quick?
22 pins.
Oh, man, that's nothing. Jose can eat that up. All right, so what are you picking, Chris?
Who do you pick?
I picked my team.
Oh, you did? Damn.
What, you were not going to pick your wife's team?
I mean, depending on your bet.
Your wife is looking at you right now, Chris. You're not going to pick her team?
Baby, how you feel? You feel good at bowl on Tuesday?
She might just take another night off. That would favor us.
What was Peyton's score?
He shot 620. Or no, yeah. I'm sorry, 6-0. 6-0. I shot 620. He shot 6-0. David shot 640. You may want to cue that music, Mark.
Okay.
Not that music. Oh my God. Not the phone. Not the phone.
I got my wife's team.
Oh, he did it. What an honorable man. He's probably getting a hug and kiss right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's not get those noises into real noises now. So next pair, the last pair, Team 5. Oh, she made the noise. I heard it. Team 5, Sisters against Team 12, Pin High. Another tough pick. Got a feeling that Sisters will be giving up pins. What's the spread here?
80 pins.
Okay.
80?
80 pins.
8-0?
8-0.
To who?
8-0. Pin High is getting 8-0 off the Sisters. On 31 and 32,
averaging 80 something.
I'll go first.
31 and 32 is a
you want
ball.
To go first? Yeah. Be my guest. You can go first all day of the week.
I got Sisters on this one.
Oh, okay. Mark, or you want me to go first?
Nah, I'm going to take sisters, too.
And Tina bowled great last week. They actually all bowled great as a team. It's just they happened to run into Neil, who shot 760 by himself. Craig bowled good, and Tina had 2 games over 100. They would have beat, if you look at their scores, they would have beat any other team in that league except me and Neil's team.
It is on 31 and 32, too. So you know it's going to be hooking over there.
That's another good point. I can't pick Craig. I can't pick Craig because he hates when I pick him. So I got to pick sisters in this case, only because of my buddy Craig.
Man, that sucks.
So that means 5 picks are unanimous. So the only one pick is my team. So if I bowl like shit, I'm going to put myself in the hole. So that's going to suck. So you got
this is a big match because if you lose, if your team loses, Chris will be tied with you.
I lose everything. Not only do I lose the game, but I lose the points and all.
Chris will be tied with you.
Chris, give her some of that vitamin D so that she can stay home tomorrow.
Yeah.
That'll be my only advantage is if Chris makes her stay home.
I'm hoping she's there so I can win the whole bracket and the pick. So.
Well, Camilla, I'm not hoping for a migraine or anything, but you can have a migraine if you want.
Oh shit, that's fucked though.
A selective migraine.
You're lucky she went out to
Chris, yell at her or something and make her mad and give her a migraine.
No.
Do a patented Chris and irritate the hell out of her and give her a migraine.
No, do you know what's funny about my wife? Yeah. My wife is do you know how she gets migraines?
No.
Do you think because like she gets migraines like every other person that just gets headaches?
But I think somehow you're involved in the migraine. I just don't know.
No,
I
no,
can't
I'm not.
prove it, but I think somehow you're involved.
No, she gets migraine when she hasn't had like soda within 2 hours of the day. If she hasn't had a Coke, if she doesn't have a Coke within 2 hours or 3 hours of the day starting, boom, instant migraine the whole day.
It's because of that artificial sweetener stuff they put in. It gets you hooked. They try to hook you on the soda.
And so I tell my wife when she has, like, hey, baby, I have a headache. I'm like, baby, have you had a soda today? Like, not yet. I'm like,
I said, I know what to do. I'm heading over to your house now. I'm stealing all the freaking soda. I'm stealing the soda. I don't wish it on her, but it would be nice if it conveniently happened. I think that's my one out is that if Camilla takes the night off, then we have the advantage.
That's funny.
So not only does my team win, but I will be 2 points back ahead of Chris.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take every advantage I can get.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, we have a few minutes left.
Yeah, I'll take $10 with anybody that Brian's going to beat David with handicap this week. Anybody?
I'll take that. I'll take that bet.
I'm out. Right. I'm out.
Especially if Camilla has a migraine and doesn't show up and David bowls.
Oh, wait. Can I be on Brian's team?
Yeah, you can be on any team you want.
I got Brian.
Really? All right. So if I win, I get $10 from both of you. Yep. But if I lose, I have to pay you both $10?
Yep.
That doesn't seem fair. How about if I pay you both $5?
No, what? And we pay you 10? And we pay you 10?
Yeah, because you're not only out 10.
No.
Oh, all right. I'll agree. Mm-hmm. But it also depends on the overall bracket, too.
Yeah.
But anywho, go ahead. What was you going to say, Mark?
Yeah, I was going to say, look at if David does win, right, he'll go to the finals where you could win another $10 off us.
All right, I agree.
Should be looking pretty good.
You talked me into it, yes, if he wins. I know if Camilla shows up, though, she's going to wink at him or she's going to say hi to him in that sweet way, and then we're cooked.
David was an American Airlines pilot, so if she comes down there looking like a stewardess, he's done.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably what's going to do us in. So, all right. So we had what is it, Chris? Our 7th season that we had our poker tournament?
Oh, six.
Okay. And so what happened? Tell us what happened. What happened with you?
All right. What do you mean with me?
Well, tell us what happened overall. Then
he didn't get He didn't get banned from the poker league, did he?
Oh, yeah, I got banned from
been.
my poker league.
He may as well be.
I got banned from my own poker league.
He may as well been after the way he played.
When I thought I played differently that will help me, but no, it didn't.
Played, that's a nice way of saying he played bad.
Yeah.
He played differently.
So I was at the beginning of the 10-week season. Season 6 has been concluded. We have a winner for season 6. We're working on season 7. Starts this Thursday at 7 p.m. But last Saturday of the final table, we had 8 players because it was a tie for 7. But I told them I'm only paying out top 7 out of 8. So one player will go home empty-handed. And that whole night, I figured at least me, Lee, Tanya, and some other players were playing conservative to not be that 8th person, to not be in that 8th spot where you get no money. If you get 7th, you're guaranteed $220. That's what you want to be in. You don't want to take home nothing. You want $220.
So who was the magical person that took 8th?
So I hate to say it, the person that I couldn't believe he was the first one out, but he was. It was Lee's good friend, my soon-to-be good friend. We're working on it, and King Marty.
Oh man,
King Marty, Lee's good friend. He bowled on JV Trios a couple of times as a sub.
Yeah, Mark, you've seen him before, maybe when he bowled with Rick Connor.
And then he took first, and then so after he got out, everyone was guaranteed money. The bubble has been broken. Everyone was guaranteed money from 7th through 1st. And
he sat next to me, and he did not catch a single hand. And I think the one hand that he tried to win and bet till the end in the showdown, I think he lost to, I want to say it was either Tanya or Mike, one of the two, but he lost. And Tina. Oh, that's right. Well, Tina eventually knocked him out. So poor guy. You know what I think it does, Chris, is that he wanted to have a relationship with you really bad because he knew you were probably going to go out first. So I said, you know what, I'm going to bite the bullet and beat Chris to it, and I'm going to go first. Because what happened after that? Who got knocked out next?
I got knocked out next because I went all in.
He took the bullet for you, Chris.
I went on for Pocket King. It was supposed to be my double up moment.
All right, and then Tina, who wasn't it? Tina?
Tanya.
Pocket
Queens.
That pocket queen, and she hit a queen on the flop.
She hit on the flop, like literally the first card, literally the first card that pops out.
That's crazy. So and then we got to kind of hurry up now. We got about 2 minutes. So who was next?
So after me, it was Tina. After Tina was my dad. After my dad, it was Tanya. After Tanya, it was Lee.
That was my ass. Yeah, I played like shit after that last break.
And then after that, it was Mike. And then first place was Gabe.
Gabe won the whole thing. It was pretty awesome. He did good. And we're hoping to start our next league this Thursday. Everybody's welcome to come. We've got 18 players and 2 tables. It's going to be a duos league. Yep. So it should be very interesting. But for more information, call me or Chris, and we'll talk to you about it.
Now, is this at the old ice box or?
Yeah, same. It's not ice box no more because we're not in the winter. But yes.
So it's the sweat box now.
The meat locker.
Yes.
The mosquito pit.
Yeah. It's gonna be. This is gonna be the last season at this house. We're moving into our new house on April 30th, and that next season 8, it's going to be all inside. So
about that, we're moving into new facilities.
Mm-hmm.
Right next to the bowling alley in Louisville.
We've all been joking around that University Bowl that's been sold. We've been joking about buying that place. We said there'd be a new good poker facility and bowling facility.
Oh, I didn't know it got sold.
It got sold in there right now.
Daniel Cruz sold it.
They've made it closed. They permanently closed it. So until new buyers come by to refurbish the place, it's going to probably remain closed for right now.
Wow.
But anywho, that's more drama for another day. Maybe there'll be a saga that'll be the bowling alley saga where you'll hear us in our talks and trying to buy it.
All right.
Yeah. So when are you guys starting that card game podcast? I know
funny that you mentioned that.
I know Peyton came up with a good name there.
What name?
Peyton came up with a good one. It was at the end of the episode. I heard Peyton say, "Oh, you know, it would be a good name for the podcast." And get what he said. Something about? Oh, I don't know. You remember, Lee?
Oh, I forgot. No, was this last week during our?
Yeah, it was right at. Yeah, no, it was right at the end of this podcast last week. What do you call when you flip the last card over?
Oh, the
River.
river.
Yeah.
Maybe it was before that. I forget what he said.
River rats.
No, it was good though. You should name your podcast whatever.
We'll have to go back.
Leland said the Riviera household.
No, but it was something Peyton said.
We'll go back and get that. Peyton's
Is he there?
right now, so.
Oh, yes. Wake him up.
Wake him up.
I need to. But we'll get that footage next week. We'll get that next week.
Well, you know what? You might have killed our podcast, but I was still on and kind of heard him tell you.
Oh no, damn it! So we'll have to ask Peyton.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Oh, alrighty then. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in and hearing my voice and coming back to hear what's in the life of Chris without bowling. So, yeah. So, basically nothing. I just stayed home on Tuesday night, and I get a whole bunch of texts from Rick and my wife about how they're doing bowling.
No,
and I'm home.
I don't want to tell you what Rick's texting him.
So, yeah, that's my life as not bowling. So, yeah. Thank you so much for tuning in here. I miss y'all so much. Please continue to text me. Hang out with me. Come on, poker. Come to my house and play some poker. Just a fun, friendly game. Okay.
I hope that's not Camilla.
No, it's not. And then, yeah, just come around. I miss y'all guys. And thank you. Tune in for next week as you see my guy, Joe Bear, missing the brackets and like the middle team winning and then me taking over beat Mark's picks. Yeah. So tune in for the great night of the Chris Trio winning circle. If you don't tune in, it'll be a sad shame
like
to have.
Chris, awful lonely on Tuesday night.
If you don't join us, you'll be like Chris, losing in the poker championships.
Okay, you lost too.
I lost too, yeah, I can't talk. All right, y'all have a good night. Well see you later.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.
All right.
Later.